Cheers, darling. Here we are again, look.
Cheers.
At the Alcadessa Lounge Bar. I'll tell you what, gin and tonic always tastes better when you're out.
Yeah.
I don't know why, because it's the same stuff, but it's just psychological, isn't it?
I've ordered the steak twice.
Oh, very good.
It's
Very
my
good.
second dinner of the week. Was it Sunday we went to the what?
Let me put this on the
Or
table.
was it
There we go.
Monday? I can't remember now. Or was it Tuesday?
Well, it was. I think it might have been Tuesday,
Oh, I can't remember.
Wednesday. No, it must have been Monday.
It wasn't Tuesday because today is Thursday, and I would have remembered if it was Tuesday because that's not long ago.
Could have been Sunday.
It could have been Sunday, couldn't it? Yes, and I think it might have been. So that's the 2 dinners for the week.
Yes, we're splashing out this week, darling.
You should put the camera there and then we can both be in the camera.
That's true. I'll try that angle. That's an interesting angle. Yeah, that works. It's a bit dark though. You're a bit dark.
I am dark, mate. I've blacked up specially for dinner.
You can't do that. It's not allowed. Justin Trudeau or whatever he's called will
Hey,
object.
Justin blacked up once.
That's
He
right.
put a turban on and everything.
I don't think that.
Been accused of it often enough.
I don't think that should be disallowed. I mean, you're an actor. I mean, I remember. I can't see you
I wouldn't
now.
even go there if I were you, Graham. I wouldn't even go there. I know exactly who you're going to talk
Who?
about.
Who?
Something to do with minstrels.
No,
I
I was
wouldn't
gonna.
do it.
No,
I wouldn't do
gonna.
it.
That was a very popular show, and I was going to talk about like Spike Milligan.
I wouldn't even go there if you value your YouTube channel. I wouldn't do
Anyway,
it.
okay. Got to be careful what we talk about. It's only free speech when we don't say certain things or mention certain things.
Well, yeah.
What
My
is-
gran liked that minstrel show in the 70s. I couldn't stand it.
My grandparents
I couldn't
loved it.
stand
They
it. It was
loved it. Oh.
dreadful.
And you had that.
Was it on the 2 Ronnies or something like that?
No, it was a proper show, the black and white minstrel show. It's true. It's true. In the
You've said it
1970s, my grandparents used to love it. I couldn't stand it.
I couldn't stand it.
And they were all dressed as Victorians, all the people in the audience.
Were they?
And there's this guy came out. I don't know what you call him. The guy who
The compere.
Compere, that's it. And he was all coming out with really big long words that no one ever uses and no one knows the meaning to. They're all laughing.
Well, I'm 9 years younger than you, so I was just little, and I just look at these idiots with their
But
what do they call them? Straw boaters, going
yeah.
"Mummy" and all
Top
this
hats
stuff,
and
and I just
things,
thought, what the hell is going on here?
Al,
What is
Al
this?
something he was called, wasn't
What is this shit?
it? Al,
Al Johnson.
Al Johnson.
But it wasn't Al Johnson. It was a revival, wasn't
They
it?
loved him. They all thought it was really good. And all of a sudden it's
Hey,
no
I
longer.
tell you what, you can do on YouTube, and there's been millions of views. There's an old song from the 1920s or 30s. Stay young and beautiful if you want to be loved. Watch the video for that. Oh my goodness, talk about blacking up. And yet YouTube, that's one of their pinnacle videos, and it is shocking, actually, really rather shocking. Well, I won't say what I thought when I saw it.
No.
I thought Christopher Boozy'd have a field day if he saw this. He'd want YouTube cancelled. Full stop. That's the end of that.
Yeah.
Oh, what a hot day, and you reckon tomorrow's going to be worse?
No, the guy behind said it was going to be worse tomorrow. I couldn't really.
If it is,
tell.
I'm going swimming.
Why not? I'll
I've
get
got-
some pictures of you.
I've got a new £2 swimming costume.
Have you? You've been splashing out again, darling.
No, it was given to me.
Was it?
Nanette gave it to me, and she said this only cost me £2, and it was a label on it, £2, and it's really nice.
Does it fit you?
I don't know, it's stretchy, so there's hope.
Can't beat stretchy things.
I'll
do you?
squeeze into it somehow or another.
Elasticated trousers are marvellous because, you know.
I love elasticated.
So what
trousers.
size waist are you for jeans, you think? varies from time to time.
Yeah, I wonder who invented elastic. What a marvellous product. How did people cope before that?
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, women in bygone days wouldn't need corsets, would they? If they had elasticated waistlines.
Elasticated corset.
Elasticated dresses.
There is such a thing, it's called a girdle.
Oh, is it? Oh, I can't see you now, you've disappeared off the edge of the screen.
I'm exhausted for some reason. Right, okay, I've got a theory. I have put weight on about 1.5 kilos and I feel really tired and there's no explanation. I haven't, apart from the fact that I drink my 4 pints of water, I'm thinking it's something to do with the moon and the planets. And when you get the planets all in a line, this is just a guess of mine, we're heavier, you know, like gravity, there's more pull on us. And then I realised, well, that's why I'm heavier on the scales.
I was heavier today.
Were you?
I was
there you go
84.5 kilos
Very nice.
yesterday,
Yeah, right,
or
maybe
the day
drink
before.
brain.
And
I'm definitely
87 today.
Are you?
Yeah.
Well, I was 84.2 at lunchtime.
I didn't weigh myself in the morning though, which I should have done.
I did, and I was 63.2, which is, I mean, not that it makes a lot of difference, but I am wondering if the planets can make us heavier.
I don't know, I wouldn't have thought
Because
so.
I feel heavy, you know, I feel like,
Yeah.
really heavy at the moment. My shoulders and everything.
Is gravity a constant variable? Because what you're suggesting is that it fluctuates
Yeah, I think
with
it does.
with the
Oh, it's
position
only
of,
me in
of
the
the
shot.
astral bodies.
I think it does. I think it does. I reckon we weigh different amounts at different times, depending on what the planets
That'll
do.
play havoc with the metric system. Weights and measures will go out of business, won't they? It has to be a constant.
No, it varies.
Mass attraction.
Of course it varies. I mean, if I went to the moon, right, I'd probably weigh 0.5 kilo,
Well,
wouldn't I? Because
that's because the mass of the moon is less than the Earth. But if the Earth is constantly a given mass,
what if there's another planet behind the moon all aligned with it?
Well, they reckon the moon's got something to do with the tides rising and lowering.
Of course it does.
That's an incredible weight of water swishing about on the planet.
Exactly.
So maybe you're right. It's something I've not really thought about. You could be right. I don't know. Do I look like a professor?
Bread.
Do you want my butter?
No, aren't you not having bread?
Probably not, actually. I'll wait for the... it'll fill me up, won't it? And I won't feel hungry.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Go for it. So what else has been going on today?
Nothing.
Oh, they caught that guy who stabbed that soldier.
I've got my theories about that, but I'm not saying on tape.
Just yet.
No.
It was a strange one.
Yeah.
It was like Nicola Booley. There was too many loose ends there. That never...
Are you being cynical about the police and saying they fuck things up and get things wrong?
Well, they did search the river for 3 weeks with divers, and then after 3 weeks they found her in the river where they'd been searching. In the weeds at the side, and they said, "Oh, we didn't look in the weeds and the soil." Oh, didn't you? Oh.
He didn't confirm his name, date of birth or address. He said, why? That would be the registered owner of the moped, who lived 10 minutes away from the scene, who went home immediately after committing such a heinous crime, put his feet up in front of the telly and had a cup of tea and...
But you're assuming that he committed the crime on a motorcycle that was registered to him. And they went round to his house and arrested him.
How else did they find him if it was stolen?
I don't know.
No,
I don't have any of this information.
All I'm saying is I've got no fucking faith in the police whatsoever.
At the moment.
And everyone's innocent until proven guilty, so I await to see what the results are. I'm fascinated. Let's hear it all come out in court.
What I want to know is if he was dripping in blood and they caught him banged to rights. they would have charged him straight away.
Why did they need an extension from a senior officer? Because they had him for over 24 hours. They were definitely under Police and Criminal Evidence Act 1984 need an extension from a senior officer. When they had a slam dunk like that, why did they need the extension? Oh, it's a mystery. Another mystery involving the police.
You'd think he'd be dripping in blood and DNA evidence, wouldn't you?
Didn't look like it to me when he was arrested in his NASA jacket outside his rather expensive home.
You're not in the picture, darling.
We'll wait and see, shall we? Call me a doubting Thomas, a cynic.
Well, we'll see.
I think that the man who was stabbed deserves proper justice.
Yeah,
And so does his family. It'll be very interesting to see what comes out in court. We'll see what the Crown Prosecution Service make of it.
well, all they said at first was a soldier, but it turns out he's a lieutenant colonel. That's a very high up officer.
Police say the victim and the assailant didn't know each other. Said they were working on the basis of mental health, but the guy hasn't been done under a Mental Health Act. He's been remanded in prison.
Yes, it's a strange one, isn't
It's perplexing, isn't it?
What else has been going on?
Don't know. Don't get me started on the fucking police. Fucking useless bunch of cons.
Oh, there's a pause it there. Oh, so that looks nice. Looking forward to that. So getting back to this soldier who got stabbed in, where was it?
The one who's fighting for his life, who deserves justice. Yes, that one. Yeah, I remember.
Well, I thought to myself, oh, it's probably a drill pig or something, and that some recruit's gone back and done him in, you know, but nothing could be further from the truth. It was a lieutenant colonel, and some guy who was 24 years old, did he say it was? Black guy. They've arrested it. I've got his name.
They claim they don't know each other. Then why would he do it?
But you'd sit the guy down and say, why did you do that?
Yeah, why did you do that?
Has to be a reason. I mean, what's your motive?
Or the excuse, or, you know, or, I mean, as the guy just said, no, I didn't do it. Because I feel that requires further explanation on the part of the police. This is a bit worrying for members of the public. Why, if one individual has done that, what's to stop another individual doing that? What was the cause of it? Is there something members of the public should know about? By the way, just off subject, did you know that brand new exhausts can just come unclipped all by themselves in car parks? Sorry, couldn't resist that one. No one will know what I'm saying except for one particular individual will know exactly what I'm fucking talking about.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Number plate recognition.
Yeah, number plate
cameras.
recognition, which apparently isn't a thing, according to certain police. Let's talk about the police officer who kicked some person in the head while they were on the ground and handcuffed. Because it seems to me, police in the UK are very good at having a go at someone who's in handcuffs and is already there, or a repeat offender. But when it comes to sniffing out new crime, they don't want to fucking know because it's a little bit too fucking difficult.
Well, in the old days, you know, suspects used to fall down the stairs regularly and get tremendous injuries in the cells. They must have kept slipping over and banging their head and things, you know, in the cells.
That's
And
precisely
then
why
there
PACE
came a
was
thing called the
invented.
Police and Criminal Evidence Act, you know, which
1984.
prevented police officers from beating people up in the cells. It was no longer considered the done thing. Should we get another TNT?
No,
Yeah, come on, let's get
I'd
another
rather
one.
have a drink on the boat.
come
No, I feel so heavy, so tired. And my PTSD is really tapped in, and my utter putrid hatred for a certain lazy police officers, stupid. You're really tapping into it tonight.
Yeah.
I didn't realise how deep-seated my hatred could go.
It goes away, doesn't it? And
No,
then
it goes away and comes
comes up
back.
sometimes,
Comes
yeah.
back with a vengeance, and I can't.
Yeah.
I just can't. I can't.
Yeah.
When
You
stuff has happened in our personal lives with useless police officers.
Yeah.
But I can't really elaborate because this particular case is actually very close to our hearts, isn't it? Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yes. Well, we just seen a case of it in America, haven't we, where Trump nearly died. One guy died, and people were
But
screaming.
no one could check on the roof, even though the
to the
witnesses were going,
police.
man, gun. But no, police couldn't figure that out. They'd assessed it. Well, he's up there with something shaped like a gun, but we don't assess that as a
There's
danger.
a man on the roof
Next
with
thing
a
you know,
gun.
Trump's got a bullet whizzing past his ear. You know, utterly stupid police
4
officers.
people got shot that day. 5 including the shooter. And I think, what? I mean, there's a huge water tower in the background. Someone should have been up on that water tower. Police officer with a sniper's rifle, overlooking everything. For
Yeah,
sure.
yes, there should have been, but there wasn't, Graham. Perhaps it's not really a criminal offence, you know.
Obviously is. Yeah. Obviously is.
I mean, the
'cause they've shot him
bullshit
dead.
I've heard from police, UK police, in the last week is pure bullshit. Undiluted, unadulterated bullshit. They expect me to believe. And then I see news items like that, where I am familiar with that side of the law, and I just see bullshit. And I hear the guys up in court, and they say, what's your name, date of birth and address? And he goes, why? That's an unusual response, a very unusual response. And you know, in the build-up to his charges, I was watching the clock and going, the clock's against them. Why haven't they charged him yet? And I already smelled a rat because I know something about this story, and it's bullshit. Take my fucking word for it, it's bullshit.
And it does involve a motorbike.
It does involve a motorbike, which apparently there's no such thing as a motorbike number plate recognition anymore these days. Apparently,
You try
I
driving
thought that
around.
was a thing.
You try driving around in the UK with no text.
Metallic.
You see how fast.
Come and see. Graham. In fact.
Oh, okay.
Oh, thank you.
You see how fast you get fined.
Yeah, I
Because of
know.
number plate recognition cameras.
Apparently, number plate recognition doesn't work. So rest assured, everyone in the UK, you won't get any speeding fines. There's no such thing as number plate recognition in England.
Anymore.
That's lucky, isn't it?
Anyway, this Manchester airport cop. It's a difficult job being a police officer. I'm not trying to say it isn't.
Is it?
Well, so they say.
Sorry,
And,
ignore me.
And the guy's on the floor face down, and so the guy has got a taser pointing at him, and then he runs up to him and kicks him in the head and then stamps on his head. And then he goes off to this other character who's sat on a bench against the wall with his hands on his head, and he gets him to get up off the bench, and then he boots him as well and drops him to the floor and kneels on him. And I'm of the opinion that if you're a police officer and you believe someone's committed an offence, you should use minimal force to arrest them and then take them to the police station and process them. You don't beat them up.
Perhaps the officer was rather emotional and unstable. Sounds like he didn't have a good grip of his emotions to me. And would he have been suspended had it not been splashed all over the devil's spawn Twitter? How long has this been going on before it's splashed all over social media and certain chief constables go, whoopsie doodle, we'd better do something about this?
Be interesting to see how many people put complaints in against him for
How many have
violence.
put them in before to uniformed inspectors? How many times has that happened before?
Yeah, I mean.
Sorry, am I showing another lack of faith in the police?
Yeah, just a bit.
Well,
The
fucking
fucking
wankers, as Steve Skerritt said. Fucking wankers.
Anyway, he should be thrown out the force, charged and jailed,
Yes.
in my opinion.
Anyone else would be.
Based on what I saw on the internet. How many criminals have been caught on CCTV? You know, and it happens to cops as well, I'm afraid. Oh, there must be a cheery note to end on.
I don't know, I think you've really hit a vein with me. It's going to take me hours to calm down.
There you go.
I don't like liars. Never have.
Must have hit a nerve there. Good night, and may your God go with you.